Ever wondered what heaven's biggest secret is? Imagine a scroll sealed so tight that no one in heaven or earth could even peek inside, except for one. In Revelation 5, we get a glimpse of a moment that changes everything. Who is worthy to unlock this mystery? And why does a lamb, not a lion, step up to take the scroll? Stick around, because this story reveals who holds the ultimate power over all of history, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Let's break down what's happening in Revelation 5, verse 1 to 7. This is one of those powerful moments in the Bible that's packed with meaning. So let's picture it. John, the writer of Revelation, has this vision where he sees God sitting on a throne. In God's right hand, he's holding a scroll. Now, this isn't just any scroll. It's sealed with 7 seals, and that's important. It means that whatever is inside the scroll is locked up tight, and only someone worthy can break those seals and open it. So the scroll represents God's plan, his judgment, his redemption, basically the big picture of how everything's going to go down in the end. But here's the problem. No one, and I mean no one, is found worthy to open the scroll. John's looking around in heaven, on earth, and even under the earth, no one steps up. And John gets emotional. He starts crying because it seems like God's plan is stuck. It feels like there's no one who can step in and make things right. Can you imagine that? Seeing something so important and realizing no one can do anything about it? But then one of the elders, one of the 24 elders around the throne, comes over to John and says, "Don't cry. Look, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphed. He's worthy to open the scroll." Now, when you hear Lion of Judah, you think strength, power, and victory, right? That's the image the elder is giving John. But here's where the story takes a turn. John looks up, expecting to see this mighty lion, but instead he sees a lamb. And not just any lamb, a lamb that looks like it's been slain, like it's got the marks of death on it, but it's still standing. That's a pretty intense image. This lamb has 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent into all the earth. The horns symbolize power, and the eyes represent knowledge and wisdom. Basically, this lamb has all power and sees everything. This lamb, of course, is Jesus. The lamb who was slain is now alive and standing, showing that he's conquered death. And here's the thing, the lamb steps forward and takes the scroll from God's right hand. That's huge. Jesus, as the lamb, is the only one worthy to take the scroll and open its seals. It's like saying, he's the only one who can reveal God's plan, judge the world, and bring redemption. This moment is massive. Think about it. The entire fate of the world, everything God has planned for the future, is in this scroll. And the only one who can set it in motion is Jesus, the Lamb who was slain but now lives. It's a picture of his victory over sin and death and his authority to rule over all of creation. The Lamb taking the scroll shows us a few key things. First, it's about Jesus' worthiness. He wasn't just some great teacher or good person. He's the only one in all of heaven and earth who's worthy to unlock the future. He's got the power and the authority because of what he did, dying on the cross and rising again. Second, it's a picture of Jesus as both the lion and the lamb. He's got the strength and power of a lion, but he chose to save the world by becoming the lamb, by sacrificing himself. It's that balance, strength through sacrifice, that makes him worthy. The world looks for strength and power, but God's way is strength through humility and sacrifice. And lastly, the Lamb taking the scroll shows us that God's plan is on track. Even when it feels like no one's in control, like everything's falling apart, Jesus is the one who steps in. He's the one who's got the future in his hands. It's all part of God's plan, and Jesus is the key to making it all happen. So when you think about the Lamb taking the scroll, don't just see it as a random vision. It's a reminder of who Jesus is, the only one who can make everything right. He's got the power, he's got the authority, and he's already won the victory through his death and resurrection. That's the Lamb who takes the scroll.